I'll take a seat. It's unfair.
Hello there. Another happy landing.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Most likely, my favorite part was Vader unmasked, unarmored, just
This thing.
that. And I'm not going to tell you why it was my favorite scene, but it was my favorite scene.
No, tell us, please.
What?
Is she the fan?
No.
Or are you all the fans?
We're all the fans.
We're all the fans. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
He has like a huge following, and like I live in Pittsburgh right now. I'm from Austin, Texas, but I flew from Pittsburgh last night to come here to this premiere. Yeah.
Do you follow Star Wars theory?
Don't watch it a lot because I do work a lot.
Well, it ended too soon. Star Wars has been like rambling off and just keeps going and like on these ideas, but this one was so well thought out.
I like listening to it, especially when I fall asleep. That's what I listen to while I fall asleep.
It was absolutely amazing, and honestly, I just can't wait for more.
I mean, it's kind of hot. I'm sorry, dude. Like, is it wrong to be a little turned?
Absolutely loved it.
It was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome.
It was the best day of my life, being on set and filming, being dressed in the Padme outfit. It was the best experience.
I have a question. Do you want to meet the cast? Yeah! Come on up. Dupree, get up here. Catherine, get up here. Merrick, get up here. Steve, get up here. Clowns, get up here. Get up here. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Cash. He's coming. He's late. Oh. Yeah, let's whoop it up.
I didn't know there were this many people in this movie. All right, pass the microphone around and tell who you are and who you play. I think it's obvious with you guys.
I played Clone Trooper number 20, 35, 3. My name is Gohan.
I'm CJ and I played a clone trooper.
My name is Matt, and I also played one of the clone troopers.
My name is John. I also play a clone trooper.
My name is Merrick Knight. I play young Anakin Skywalker.
I am Catherine LaSalle, and I play Padme Amidala.
I'm Jesse, and I played the voice of Darth Vader.
I'm Derek, and I make those four sound good.
I'm Steve Bartlett, and I play the Emperor.
I'm Dupree Jones, and I play Vader.
My name's Jeff Leone, and I played a clone trooper. My name is Gordon Tarpley, and I played a black, touchy-feely droid.
My name is Jeremy Sangley, and I was all the Imperial officers in the back.
My name is Daisy, and I play the TIE Fighter trooper.
My name is Darren Rodriguez, I played a TIE Fighter as well.
I'm Troy, the electrified Royal Guard.
Jason Cecil, dead officer.
Rob Stelmar, dead officer.
Ahmad Hassan, assistant editor.
My name is Marlon Ortiz, and I was a Royal Guard.
Script that we've never seen before, so we're trying to bring that authenticity, but at the same time, it's totally original, which, by the way, big shout out to them for the script. The script was great, it was amazing, and it sounded like something that Vader was saying.
For me, I did the concept art, so the biggest challenge there was making everything look like it belonged in the Star Wars world and looked cool and looked cinematic, and made the script that these guys wrote up look nice.
He's the only person on the stage that's read all of the scripts. Yeah.
Nice.
Besides you guys. Yes, yeah, we don't.
For me, I think it's just feeling sad when everything was so happy and great on set.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is going to sound stupid, but the hardest part for me was putting in those contact lenses. I have never worn contacts before, and I had no idea that I was going to be wearing them, and they were like, "You wear contacts, right?" And I was like, "Oh, I can't touch my eyeball." But Trey, the makeup artist, was awesome, and she helped me out.
All right, for me it was sitting in my car with a microphone between my legs, yelling out clone voice lines while people are walking right past me while I'm yelling, "Blast him, how dare you, back off!" And suddenly everybody's like, "This guy's weird, I'm walking away."
Well, I was a little bit late to the party, but I'm Han, I did the sound for the film, and the hardest part for the film was making it sound authentic. I mean, sound is one of the things that if they go wrong, everyone notices. And we had to do a really, really detailed job. I mean, Donnie and I, we just kept going back and forth, like, get this different, make this sound like this, and getting that sound, in particular Star Wars sound, that was really, really hard.
I wasn't demanding at all. You did a great job. You did a great job. All right, next question. Yeah, keep it.
Well, it's not really a question, but I just want to say that in the last 15 minutes, you guys gave us more than the last 2 movies of Star Wars.
Hey man, Solo was good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Besides Solo. Way in the back there.
Can we hear from each Anakin/Vader actor whether or not they like sand?
All right, Dupree, yay or nay?
I'm not going first.
I don't like sand.
Actually, when I was a baby, I had phobia of sand.
There you go. So sand was scared of you, or?
Yes. It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere.
Yeah, you played Vader too. He was Vader in the medical chamber. If you didn't know.
Do you think people on YouTube will figure that out, or probably? Oh, the eyelashes, yeah. They had to like spray those, and then we had to darken them as well because it was like too light.
For the record, though, Anakin has eyelashes when the mask gets put on him in Episode 3.
Yeah, if you look.
We painted out the eyebrows, though. All right, next question.
Right there.
Okay, so I know you. Well, hats off to you for doing this all free and of your own money.
Thank you guys for watching.
I know Disney kept you from making a profit on it, but are you planning to send any copy of this to George Lucas to just pay homage, or has he seen it? Does he know?
I don't know if he knows, but
he will today.
As long as you guys see it, that's really, as much as I love George and what he's done, as long as you guys see it and like it, that's really all I care about. Yes.
So I'm really happy with the voice that you guys went for Vader, Jesse, but there was another guy before. How difficult was that for each of you guys to make that switch, especially you as the leader of this project?
Yeah, that was actually really hard because morally,
You're a good guy.
So he's still in the movie, yeah. He's still in the movie though. I don't know if you noticed, but he has like such a small part. He's the officer who says, "Lord Vader, give an urgent message." Yeah, so we put him in. It was tough because I don't want to give him, the role of Vader's voice and then, announce it and it got like 80,000 views or something, and then have to take it away.
Dylan's a fantastic guy, though, and he was very gracious and he was very eager to help in any way he could. I wish he was here today. He lives in New York.
Yeah, but he did all the lines and he was great. I think Jesse did a great job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was there anything, whether it was in the script during production or early on in pre-production, that you were particularly excited about that for whatever reason didn't make it to the screen?
The other episodes?
Yeah, I just wanted to be longer. No, we pretty much filled everything in there. The whole blaster freezing part, Yeah, that was not really paying homage, but the opposite of paying homage to Kylo Ren. So I hope people enjoyed that. I think we got everything in the first episode in the pilot. So the next one, if there's going to be a next one, will be very, very cool.
Oh, it will be.
Yeah. What did you guys learn from making the first one that you're instantly know you're gonna apply it and make it the next one?
The effects.
The effects.
We're gonna start on that way earlier. Yeah, way earlier.
So for visual effects, we use fans from all over the world. Like for instance, the guy who did, 2 guys did the Frozen Blaster shots. One is like from the Netherlands, the other was from Germany. One of which is still in high school. I mean, it's like, and these fans were incredibly dedicated. The guy who did most of our Force Lightning, he's like 21, and it was me and him at 4 a.m. because that's when he could work, and he lives here. So it's like these guys are putting in so much time and effort. But yeah, we learned a lot in that process, but we owe a lot to those guys. And we got one of our guys right here, Jack Miller. He coordinated
Jack, next question. Yes, in the corner. Yep.
When showing Padme and Vader together, what was, since we don't really get that a lot, what was the main connection or exchange you wanted to portray?
You want to take this one?
First off, has anybody ever directed a Darth Vader hug scene before? Took a few minutes to figure out how to try to make that look as less awkward as possible. Really, the whole purpose of that scene was a later addition in the script. It wasn't in the first draft, but to establish what Vader wanted, that he wants Padme back. And so that was the entire purpose of the scene, to show that his desire at this point is not power. It's not any of the things that he said he wanted, but it's truly just he wants Padme back, and that's what he can't let go of, which prevents him to fully submit to the dark side.
The guy shaking his hands or something.
So that Jedi Vader.
Okay, so movie was amazing. Funding episode 2. / y'all want to come to Disney tomorrow?
Free tickets to Disneyland?
For everybody.
Let's talk after.
I think Danny's gonna go into a coma for a little bit. I gotta catch a flight back home tomorrow so I can upload this to the internet for you all.
If you guys want to come.
All right. Yeah.
How long have you been working on this? From the start of the concept to getting this done?
February 20th. Well, actually, he emailed me when I had about, I think, only 500,000 subs in June of 2017.
Year and a half. But then our first phone call was about February, and essentially him saying, I want to make a fan film about Vader and Mace Windu. So, and so it that was the genesis, and then we tried to make the entire thing, as a lot of you know, and it just, he couldn't afford to make the entire thing, and so we decided let's split it up into episodes, and so this is the first episode. Yeah.
Not really a question, but so I announced it's my brother's 20th birthday. Vader is his favorite character, and you just made him the happiest guy right now.
Yeah.
Are you going to be setting up a GoFundMe or Patreon page for episode 2? Because I gladly contribute a little bit to get the
So Lucas.
So how did that feel from your perspective? So if you copy a character that's already been represented in a film?
Well, I try to stay as true to the character as I can, but I wasn't exactly sure what to do exactly, but Danny helped me and told me how to portray the character as he wants it and how it should be. So I think it worked out good.
Piggyback on that, Merrick was fabulous, and we FaceTimed, the night before I flew to LA just to do a little mini phone rehearsal, and he was just so dedicated to getting in the moment, and we talked about how we were gonna get in the moment beforehand and transform into the characters. And for something like this, it's interesting because I'm very well aware that nobody wanted to see my own rendition. Everyone wants to see what Natalie Portman would have done. And this, even I would. Like, if I were not in this fan film, I would have been like, well, they should have cast Natalie Portman. I don't care who they cast, like, as long as she's good and true to the character. So, you know, having that in mind and knowing that I'm a fan as well, like, I want it to be as true to the character as possible, and I want to do a performance that, if Natalie Portman were to watch this, she would be like, okay, you did me justice. So I think it's very much knowing that and being fans ourselves. Like, I think that was the biggest part. We are fans and we wanted it to be as close to the movies as possible.
Did anyone like it when she opened her eyes and had yellow eyes?
And that
is why you'll never defeat me.